Alright, so you got your head unit. First thing to do is take out the old one, obviously. So we are working on a library full of these, but the best thing to do is just go to YouTube and like search. So a Toyota Hilux, a 2011 head unit install, and just find one that has the same like OEM dash that you have. It doesn't matter if it's left or right hand like drive, because the process will be the same. This will like show you where to pull certain things out and where the screws are. Now once that's done, the old unit's out. This is the main 20 pin plug here. So this is the main adapter kit that's going to plug into your original cables. So here's an example of one here. So that obviously plugs into the head unit, and all these ones will plug in to the cables that are sticking out of the car currently. So they will only fit into the ones they will like fit into. So it's just a matter of checking what you have and plugging them in. Also, at times you won't use all of these because it's obviously made for like all badges of Hilux, for example. That will happen. See on here, you can see there's two cameras in, because there is like two different options for that on like this one. And like sometimes you have this big box, sometimes you won't. This will mainly be on newer cars. This is the CAN interface, so it can talk to your car's system. For example, here's like a basic one for an older car. Obviously a lot less cables and like plugs on it. The one thing you will have on here that you probably will be using is if you are installing an aftermarket reverse camera. This here is the reverse in cable. So you have to put the cable from the camera to this one. So the head unit knows when you go into reverse, it shows this. So that covers these. Now you got all these plugs here. So if you have like a factory reverse camera, you won't be using this one, but if you don't, you've got a grey plug, and this is for the camera, reverse cameras in. So you got camera in, which is a reverse camera, and like F cam, which means you can add a second camera. So this could be a camera at the front or a second camera up high at the back if you want to add that, like maybe a caravan camera. So these obviously plug into here, and they can only fit in the one they're supposed to go into. So just have a look at how many pins there are and where the guidelines are. Have a brown one. Majority of people will not use this one. It's auxiliary in and video input in. A black one. This will be used if you're using an aftermarket head unit. So you'll be running the pre-outs to the amplifier. A white one, which everyone pretty much will use. This gives you access to two USB ports. One of them will have Android Auto on it and Apple CarPlay, so you can use it for your wired version. And the other one's just a general one, which you can add extra accessories to, like a dash cam and other things we are bringing out. There's also external mic here, so you can run an external mic. For example, if you always like talk on the phone with the window down or something, and you need the microphone closer to your voice. So that covers basically all your plugs that are going to go into here. Then your kit might come with some extra plugs. For example, for Nissans, there's an extra plug that we're sticking out of the dash. That's for auxiliary, so this will allow you to hook your auxiliary in. So there's obviously like an aux jack, I don't know, maybe in the center console or underneath the car and like stereo. This one's for a Toyota. So there's obviously an extra plug here that'll plug into here, and then your USB will plug into here. So there's obviously a USB port on the dash somewhere, so that'll allow that USB port to still work. So each kit could have different like cables like this depending on your model. Over here we have the antenna. Fairly straightforward. There'll be an adapter for your car's antenna, and then obviously this will plug straight into here. and your GPS. So this just needs to be mounted anywhere as long as metal is not above it. So if your dash is up high and there isn't anything above it, you could even mount it here. Or you can run it, I don't know, to the corner of the passenger side of the dash or wherever you want to put it. Just needs to have no metal above it. That's fairly straightforward, just screws onto here. So that pretty much like covers everything. So what we normally say you do is pull out the old unit, put the plugs into the factory plugs, and plug this plug in, and turn your car on and make sure the head unit powers up all good. Once that's done, deal with the rest of the plugs and put the head unit back in.